Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to your daily reading for April 12th, 2022. Before I get started, let me remind y'all that this is a general public reading, so some, none, or all of it may apply to your situation, so please just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also keep in mind that time is fluid and not linear, which means that the timing on this could be past, present, or future for anyone that's watching, and it'll be different for everyone. Also keep in mind that we all have free will to change the outcome of any reading at any time for any reason. And also, before I get started, I just want to say I'm not going to label them DS and DR anymore because none of them are short. So they're just going to be daily readings, and the weekend readings will be WR. So daily readings DR, weekend readings WR. I'm not going to have DS and DR anymore because, like I said, none of them have been short. So I'm not going to call them daily shorts anymore when they're not short. So I hope y'all are doing well today. I had a little bit of an issue this morning, but I think I've gotten around it, past it, through it. And I have an appointment today. I'll do my best to put out one or two of the water signs today, and whatever I don't get done of the water signs today, I will do tomorrow to finish up all the signs for the first half of the month of April. So this is probably going to be a long reading, so I'm probably just going to get started here. So this reading is for my Empresses here. First card out was the Empress. So Empresses are anyone over or around the age of 35 and over, someone who has children, someone who is stable, solid, dependable, hardworking, but they also attract what it is that they need and want in life. They're very fertile and they're very, very fruitful. And the Empresses are the kind of person that assures peace between married couples if they're married. Clarifying the Empress, we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. We have the Lovers in the reverse, and we have the Fool. So, in the beginning of our Empress's journey here, this is how I'm seeing this reading. Before we became the Empress, we had to realize that we were unhappy and discontent within our home and family situation. And we were in a connection that wasn't loving, and it wasn't reciprocal in any way, and so therefore it was not a harmonious love connection. So it was unrequited love. And so in the beginning of our Empress journeys, we have to deal with knowing what's unhappy and unrequited love for us. So we can take our Fool's journey to take a leap of faith into our brand new beginning in life and love here. Clarifying the Empress, we had the Judgment in the reverse. I was a little bit confused as to see why the Judgment was in the reverse if the Empress was not in the reverse. Well, this is just about learning lessons, right? Now, this is talking about the Empress learning their lessons as well as this lover that this Empress was with, and the lessons that were learned here. So Judgment in the reverse is lessons being learned, karma being given for different things here. And it will be different for everyone here. Oh, let me call out signs. Okay, so the Empress is Taurus, Libra, Cancer. I've got Gemini here. I've got Aries, Aquarius. I've got Aquarius, Libra. And now I've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and I've got Cancer here with the moon. So somebody got karma for not taking action and not communicating because they were afraid. And for a lot of y'all, this was the masculine energy. But for many of y'all, this was an energy that y'all mirrored together in the beginning. That Empresses, that they mirrored with a masculine, a karmic masculine here. So the karmic masculine didn't take any action. They didn't communicate. They didn't tell the truth with the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And the reason why is because of fears, secrets, lies, illusions, and subconscious trauma programming. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So while both of y'all were afraid to speak and take action, you were still investing in a King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, they can have these earth signs anywhere in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But yeah, you were accumulating karma, whether it was you, Empress, or someone else. But someone was accumulating karma for investing in someone who could not invest in you, the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, for many of y'all, King of Pentacles in reverse, they're in reverse because they were either married or they had financial problems or both. But for some of y'all, like in my situation, I didn't know that my former karmic masculine was still married. That's why this King of Pentacles is in the reverse for me. But for some of y'all, this could just be that they had financial problems. Some of them were already married, and some of them just were extremely non-committal. And for some of y'all, it was all three of these situations at the same time with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn masculine. But knowing that they couldn't invest in you, you still invested, but yet there was no communication between the two of y'all because of fear, secrets, lies, and illusions here. We're still clarifying judgment in the reverse here for the Empress here. So these are just the lessons learned on behalf of the Empress in the beginning of her journey here. We have judgment again in the upright, and we have the Seven of Wands. And I was like, well, what's that about? Well, clarifying that is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is what I'm getting here. In the beginning of our Empress journey, we need to discover if we are financially unstable here, if we are financially dependent, if we are codependent on people, places, things, etc., to help get us through life here. Like for me, like I wasn't aware that I was codependent until it was given to me as like a revelation or a download or something. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, really? Because I felt like, because I like to spend a lot of time alone, and that I could go long periods of time without talking to people, I felt like I was completely independent. But that was just trauma bonding programming. That had nothing to do with my independence. I was definitely not independent because I counted on other people to help pay my bills, help me have a place to live, things like that. And so that's not independence. That is codependence. So in the beginning of my journey, I don't know about all of y'all, but I made a good decision here, and I got good karma for standing up against codependency and being financially needy here. And how I did that was I just started working harder. I started improving myself, and then on the inside, and then later on I was able to start putting that work, on me. And I started that work spiritually, and then I started working physically, first by exercising, getting my physical strength and endurance up, and then I just started working my way up and finding these better paying jobs so that I could move and live on my own. And so I wouldn't have to live with this King of Pentacles in the reverse anymore. So I could, have enough money to be independent, to be able to be able to pay my own way in life here. And I essentially stood my ground against being dependent upon other people for anything. And I got blessed for that. And y'all did too, that whoever this is resonating for. And we have the Queen of Wands here. Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, someone who is very bold and confident, someone who's very spiritual. They're a go-getter. They know what they want. They're very passionate. But at one time, the Queen of Wands was in this Wheel of Fortune in reverse energy. Even though we've got someone who is very bold and confident and passionate and spiritual here, at one time, the Wheel of Fortune was in the reverse for this Queen of Wands because of fears of communicating, because she was investing in this married man that she didn't know that was married here, that was not investing in her. But so the Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse, and then we got this codependency issue to throw on top of it. This is something that the Empress was getting karma for, because these were all lessons going on all at the same time, that that these Empresses needed to be aware of the mistakes that they were making so that they could move forward in a more expansive way. But here we're seeing restrictions upon the Queen of Wands here. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is Sagittarius energy. So this Queen of Wands could have Sagittarius anywhere in their chart. And the Wheel of Fortune's in the reverse because someone's doing spell work against this Queen of Wands here with the Magician in the reverse. The Magician in the reverse is a black magic practitioner, someone who is overly controlling, and someone who has problems with power and authority. They just want to be in control at all times, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially, and or legally here. And this is Gemini, Virgo energy in the reverse. We have Temperance here, more Sagittarius energy. So this is this Queen of Wands here. So despite this misfortune caused by this spell work here, Queen of Wands is still being patient. They're still being very calm, and they're still alchemizing their emotions here. Really just trying to find a compromise here, an agreement. Temperance is also the card of divine timing. And this Empress here is showing up as the Queen of Wands here because they're showing up here as this Temperance Earth Angel here who had gone through some misfortune because of someone who was practicing spell work on them. But in divine timing, the Empress and the Queen of Wands here, same person, just an aspect of this Empress here. They gained the clarity that someone was performing black magic spell work on them, negative energy spell work. And they're very clear on that. And for some of y'all, that information was given to the Empress in psychic download. For some of them, they've seen it with their own eyes, some of it through dreams, some of it all the above when they were dealing with this King of Pentacles in the reverse energy. So, the Empress has learned a lot of lessons along the way. There was one time they couldn't see the forest or the trees because of all the fears, the secrets, the lies, and the illusions here. And so now we got the King of Wands here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And we do have the King and the Queen of Wands here in the upright. That is a vibrational match. But this is someone that, King of Wands, for many of you that you left in the past, or this could be a present person. King of Wands is the lower arcana version of the Emperor here. So it could be an Aries, or it could also be another Leo or another Sagittarius. Well, another fire sign. I'm talking about Sagittarius here. So the King of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, are very eloquent. They give answers to those in doubt. The King of Wands, they know what they want and they go after what they want. They see the big picture. And they're very bold, they're fiery, they're passionate, they're independent. Well, they're not independent. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But they see the big picture on things, and they make choices, the hard choices. They know how to make choices that other people might have trouble making here. King of Wands. King of Wands can be very creative as well. We've got the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, clarifying the King of Wands. So this is someone that you've released, or that's released you. Take it how it resonates for you. And you, I mean my Empresses here, because that's who this reading's for today. So this is someone that you've released, or someone has let you go, this King of Wands here. This is someone who wants to come out of the cold here, the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. They could be in lack mindset. They could be just feeling like they don't have enough. Maybe they're in poverty and they want to come out of poverty, because we did see King of Pentacles in the reverse. So this person could be having some financial problems. And maybe they're looking to you for some assistance here. I mean, because down below that, you're showing up here as the Queen of Pentacles here. So perhaps someone's seeing you as a meal ticket or a way out of their current situation here. But we have the Hanged Man here in the upright, which means there's pauses, there's delays for a new perspective, for enlightenment. And that hasn't happened yet. So this King of Wands, you know, they're in all kinds of delays. They're not able to come out of the cold with you until a sacrifice is made, because the Hanged Man talks about a sacrifice needs to be made. And normally that sacrifice is usually another person here. And it very well could be, especially if for many of y'all, this person was already married. King of Pentacles in the reverse, their commitment and their finances were elsewhere here. So until they can sacrifice the past, they can't come out of the cold with you. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, any of those things. Clarifying the King of Wands is the Eight of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse is about freeing yourself on any level, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, or legally. But usually it's releasing yourself from false belief systems or mental patterns or behavioral patterns that were keeping you trapped in karmic circles or karmic cycles here, blocking you from truth and justice and keeping you unprotected from your enemies who would steal your fortune. Clarifying the Eight of Swords reverse is the High Priestess, which is Pisces. Got lots of Pisces here, so you have Pisces in your chart, and perhaps someone else has Pisces in their chart. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So we definitely have an element here of someone freeing themselves from a corrupt, a marriage here that is on the brink of divorce here, because I read oftentimes the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse as a, what do you call it? As an imminent divorce, like it's going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of time before the divorce happens. And it's usually because of financial issues, which is why the Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse. Sometimes the Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse because of family problems and financial disputes because of the family problems, but usually the family problem shows up as a Ten of Cups in the reverse. But if it's connected to finances or assets in any way, then it definitely shows up as the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So it's definitely someone could be dealing with a High Priestess, someone who has that as their job, or somebody who just has Pisces in their chart and follows their intuition. It could be a spiritual practitioner, that could be a tarot reader, but they don't have to be. They could just be very intuitive. But this is someone with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart as well. Earth sign with Pisces here. They freed themselves from a karmic marriage here, or they freed themselves from a third-party situation where there was a karmic marriage here. And it was this Queen of Pentacles here who used their intuition to free themselves from the situation on all levels. And they did that by focusing on their finances here, by becoming financially dependent, going from financially dependent to financially independent. So this Earth sign feminine, they really battled codependency by really putting their all and their focus into their finances here. And that is how they came out of the belief system of staying involved in a third-party situation here. Where there was finances involved and it wasn't going well. But a lot of this stuff, there was a lot of stuff going on underneath the surface here with the moon. So, for many of y'all, you didn't even know that this person was already committed elsewhere. But then whenever you found out, you were just like, hey, well, I don't like this, so we're moving on to something else. The next card out is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is restrictions, loss. It is the loss of money, time, relationships, opportunities, jobs. When you're not progressing and advancing, you are being demoted, you are being fired, you are being held back, you are being delayed, you are being stalled, things like that. Wheel of Fortune in reverse is Sagittarius energy, so that came out twice. So clarifying the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Three of Wands. And this is what I'm getting from this. So you had continued to experience a lot of loss until you were able to be in your authenticity, until you were able to tell the truth without fear, until you were able to establish boundaries to keep people out of your energy field that were using you, taking advantage of you, abusing you, etc. And until you were able to turn your back on all of that and look towards the future and be able to be honest and create boundaries and be hardworking and professional, until you were able to start teaching, this Wheel of Fortune and the reverse could not turn in your favor here. So it's like you were waiting in this restrictive energy here, waiting for the courage to be able to tell the truth, to be in your integrity, until you were able to learn how to make, keep, and continue boundaries. You were just looking towards the future and you were waiting in this energy here. And clarifying the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is the Four of Cups. You did this in a manner that you were very ho-hum about it. You were very bored. You were just, everything was kind of lackluster, like could have been better, could have been worse. But that was only because I don't think you were telling yourself the whole truth about what you wanted out of the situation and how you wanted it to look and how you wanted things to go, in the future. Maybe you just didn't know. That's why you were just waiting here. So clarifying the Four of Cups is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So that's a lot of lies here. This is lies, deception, trickery, communication problems and barriers. So it could be that too. And that was why you are feeling kind of apathetic here about your opportunity restriction. So we have also clarifying the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords reverse. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. The Knight of Wands in the reverse covers anything from non-action to impulsive, angry action to just being action that is very inconsistent. It could be that too. Fiery energy. It could be energy of you not being able to handle your emotions or your sexual energy or both or any and all of that. And there is an energy of Page of Cups in the reverse where you or someone else could have been immature and emotionally manipulative and unapologetic. And if there were apologies, maybe the apologies weren't meant, obviously, because someone can apologize for doing something and they can continue to do it and that means that they're not sorry for it here. Page of Cups in the reverse can also indicate unable to open up emotionally. So there's a lot of communication issues, a lot of emotional and sexual energy issues, and a lot of emotional immaturity issues, as well as saying one thing and doing another, not appearing as sorry as you say that you are. So it was either you in this energy or someone else, or perhaps you were doing a little bit of mirroring with someone in this energy. So if it was a close soul tie, it's quite possible that you could have been mirroring each other's energies. The next card out, we have the Four of Wands. So this is someone that you used to live with, used to share a home with. And Four of Wands is in the upright, so it was a relatively happy home here. Unconditional love, safety, security, stability, dependability, and a peaceful home environment was here. But we have the Six of Pentacles here. Could have been issues with reciprocity, equal giving and taking. Someone's worried about that here with the Nine of Swords here. That is anxiety, worry, overthinking, not being able to sleep, and having nightmares. Because someone was in this hermit state while this masculine energy was giving reciprocally to a karmic energy outside of this home here, which left this Empress here to be in isolation, to learn, to heal from this Nine of Swords energy. And notice we got two nines here. 99 is the ending of a major cycle here. It's an angel number. You can check out the angel number in the index below, where I keep the angel numbers index. But you spent a lot of time alone in this house. It was very stable, very solid, very dependable. All the bills were paid. Everything was, just right. Everything was in its place. Everything was pretty balanced here. And overall, things were pretty happy too with the Ten of Cups here. Just happiness and overall contentment within the home and family. But that wasn't your energy. That was someone else's energy. This was a karmic energy. So we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy in the reverse. The Queen of Cups in the reverse can be a baby mama. Or this could just be this is an aspect of this King of Pentacles in the reverse's wife. So if they weren't married to that person, they were in a long-term committed relationship with this person because of kids. Queen of Cups in the reverse. So this Pisces is Cancer, the Scorpio. Queen of Cups in the reverse, they're very immature. They're very emotionally manipulative. They're emotionally neglectful. They could be physically abusive to their children, as well as emotionally neglecting. This is just someone who is not nurturing, not loving, not kind, not giving, not compassionate. This is someone who is very selfish and only thinks of themselves here. So this karmic feminine here was the one that was in this Ten of Cups energy, because they were getting everything that they wanted in this situation, Nine of Cups. They were having all of their wishes fulfilled here, whatever that was. And then we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, which is a lack of cooperation, lack of collaboration because of this person's selfishness and complete greed. The Nine of Cups can talk about sometimes person having an alcohol addiction or a drug addiction, because someone who is very greedy and very selfish, they often have substance abuse problems. But it doesn't necessarily have to mean that every single time, but it does mean that in a lot of cases here. But yeah, so we have this karmic energy of someone who is very spoiled. They got everything that they wanted. They were very greedy, very selfish, and they were very uncooperative. They were not on the same page, but they were still getting all of these handouts and benefits of marriage, even though they weren't living together. This karmic feminine was still benefiting in many ways from the marriage, even though, like I said, that they weren't physically living together. So we have the Knight of Cups here. That is an offer of romantic love. That is apologies. That is dates. That is feelings. So someone's coming out with feelings here, and someone's offering their love here. We got the Star in the reverse, and we've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So the Star in the reverse is the lack of hope, faith, and healing in a situation, because the lack of attraction here, the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Someone's not interested. Someone's just not attracted anymore, and they don't want to heal the situation. Because for many of y'all, this King of Pentacles in the reverse wants to come back and express their love to you, but you don't care. You don't want to heal the situation. You're not even attracted to this person anymore. But we got the Two of Cups and the Chariot here. They're coming anyway. How unfortunate. At least in my case. Maybe some of y'all are looking forward to this masculine coming forth with reciprocal mutual love, but with victory, success, and moving this love forward. But I guess it'll be different for everyone. Depends on what they did and how much they did and over what kind of period of time that they did, for you to even consider being able to even think about being able to trust this person again. Clarifying the Knight of Cups is the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So the King of Swords is the Knight of Cups here. The King of Swords, it's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They've made a decision here with the Two of Swords in the reverse. What was the decision? Knight of Cups, to make this love offer, which is a good decision with the Two of Wands. They're following their destiny, their destined life path here to reconcile Six of Cups with someone from the past. The brand new beginning in love with the Ace of Cups, which is unconditional and peaceful love, and it is coming from the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is the Knight of Cups, but it is the Knight of Swords that is the King of Cups. So this is an Emperor that we're dealing with. So this is telling me that for some of y'all, in their Venus and possibly their moon, they could have an air sign in their Venus or their moon. But it doesn't have to be that. It just could be, they could have an air sign placement in sun, moon, or rising, and that's just how they come up. But they'll come up as King of Cups, and they're an emotional being. or they'll have water placement somewhere else. It'll be different for everyone. Everyone's placements are different. But, so you've been through a lot in your journey. You've been through a lot of lessons. You've been through a lot of loss. You've been through a lot of heartache. You've been through a lot of unhappiness. You've been through a lot of karmic situations. And you've come through so much. You're no longer afraid to tell the truth, to take action, to create boundaries. You're no longer investing in someone who is not able to invest in you. And you have overcome black magic practitioners doing spell work against you, and you've gained clarity despite people doing negative spell work upon you to create loss and restrictions in your life. You've overcome codependency. You've done so well, and you've just done nothing but focus on yourself here. And working on yourself, improving yourself, upgrading yourself, especially in regards to your finances and your independence here. And it is because of that this masculine is returning. So some of you are happy to hear that this particular masculine is returning. However, let me warn you, since we see that this love is coming back around and returning, moving forward here, please keep in mind, if this person was married before, they may still already be married. Now, they might be taking some actions, be in the process of getting divorced, but I guarantee you that if this person was still married before, they're still married now, but they should be in some kind of processes to get that severed. If not, you are about to walk into a brand new karmic situation with this karmic person, and I don't think you want that. So you need to be on your guard about that too, because you definitely don't want to go back to poverty, loss, restrictions, loss of opportunities, or just not getting opportunities, period. And some of you, this could be you're waiting for old love, and some of y'all, you're waiting for new love. It's going to be different for everyone, but regardless of if it's old love or new love, the new love is going to be someone that you've known from a past life already, period. You might not have had a relationship with them in this lifetime. You could just be friends, or you just know of them in this lifetime, but you do know this person. You are familiar with this person. But if it's a new person, you are familiar with them. You know who they are, and you've been together before in previous lifetimes. So that's why the Six of Cups is here, as well as Holy Spirit's really trying to get these reconciliations of these divine counterparts rolling here. So that basically sums up this reading here. This is like a journey of some particular empresses that resonate with my energy, my story, my past, my present, my future. I mean, that's how these tarot readings work. I mean, we do these readings. They resonate with us some, and then whoever mirrors in our energy, in our energetic situations, I mean, they'll resonate with it too. I mean, that's how God gives us our soul tribe. So strange. All right. Holy Spirit, what is the final guidance for the daily reading for April 12th, 2022. Please and thank you. What is the final guidance? Righto, in the reverse. So while one person is moving forward, another person is stuck. Well, isn't that kind of how the laws of the universe work? And because like at one time, like in the beginning of all this, like us as Empresses, like we were stuck at one time and not moving forward because of these different karmic lessons that we were experiencing here. And we weren't having victory, success. We weren't moving forward for a real long time here. And now the Wheel of Fortune has turned because of all of our work and our efforts. The Wheel of Fortune has turned in our favor. And the other person that we had been dealing with as karmic masculine in the past, now they're the ones that are stuck and not moving forward. They're not used to all of this. And neither are you, to be honest with you, because y'all just switched your energies. You move forward and away from this person, leaving them stuck, and you moving forward and them being stuck. They're stuck. They're not able to be victorious, move forward. They're stuck in the past. And they're losing opportunities here. The card is associated with travel in the physical as well as the symbolic sense. The horseman rides his steed proudly towards his goal. So that's not happening. No one's riding anything towards their goal. This karmic masculine, they may not even have a goal. And for some of y'all, this is your divine masculine acting like karmic. So it could be different for everyone here. But this is someone who doesn't have a goal, or they're not able to get moving towards their goal. The meaning of the card is that of progress toward a greater consciousness. So this masculine energy, they're not making any progress toward a greater consciousness here because they're stuck. The journey is to be understood both physically and metaphorically. You understand it physically and metaphorically. These masculines are very 3D based and they only understand it physically. Rado invites us to have faith in our dreams, to get closer to them as to get to the root of our wishes, and therefore to a thorough understanding of our nature. Well, we've got the star in the reverse, so there is a lack of faith here. So someone doesn't have any hope or faith that this connection can be healed here. Acting independently will make us stronger and more aware of our limitations. Yeah, so that's exactly what Empresses did. They went from being very dependent on others to turning themselves into someone who was very independent. And they actively fought against codependency and fought to no longer continue to be codependent. And I know whenever I first started being able to take care of myself, being financially independent, it did make me stronger, but it also made me more aware of my limitations. Things that I couldn't do as well, and so therefore I struggled a little bit more because I was doing more things on my own. I knew what I could and couldn't do as well. But when you don't try to be independent, You don't know what you can and can't do. So it's very important to be aware of your limitations. So therefore, if you need help, you can ask for help, pay for help, or whatever. How independent are we? How much do we depend on the judgment of others? I know for me, like, I used to bend over backwards to people please all the time. But nothing was ever good enough for anybody. But yet, for whatever reason, I just took that as a challenge. So that, like, step up my efforts to try to please these people more. But the more that I tried to please these people, the more that I was really disappointing them and not measuring up to their expectations. And I spent decades in that energy until one day I decided I was just too fucking tired to live up to anyone else's idea or expectation of me. All I wanted to do was be at peace and be happy and to be loved. And I really had none of those things. And I wanted health. Yeah, I wanted my health, I wanted peace, I wanted happiness, and I wanted to be loved. Because I spent 40 years of my life loving others and feeling like I didn't get much of that back for myself. So I had decided that since all four of those things that were extremely important to me were absent from my life, that I was just going to focus on those things. And I knew that in order to focus on those things, I had to focus on me, not other people, because other people, they constantly let me down every time. So it was like I had to focus on me. I had to focus on my self-care. It was very much focused on my physical health, my health and well-being, changing my diet and exercise, and my whole health lifestyle was one of the main acute things that I had focused on very strongly in the beginning. And so I kept my focus on that, and I kept my focus on work and just making as much money as I could, and managing my money in a balanced way, and to cover my finances, my bills before everything else. But those were the two things that I focused on to get health, peace, happiness. And I'm still waiting for the love manifestation to come in for me, but I feel like it's getting closer and closer because I'm so much more focused on my finances and my career. I just really feel like things are starting to fall in place, and I feel that energetically, and I believe that too. So I'm not waiting blindly. I've already manifested, and I'm waiting for my manifestations to come in so I can actually receive the fullness of my manifestations. And I believe they're almost here because I focus very diligently on my health and wellness, and coming out of codependency, and managing my finances so well that I was able to stop depending on others to help me pay rent, so I can go and move in a place on my own and handle my own bills and not have to worry about anyone else's help because I can do it myself. Are we able to move ahead on our own? Well, that's the thing. We have to move ahead on our own. Because we stay like stuck in a situation or stuck waiting, we're going to be continuing to wait. always have to move forward. If you're not moving forward, you're stuck, right? Now, there is a time where you could be working, but you're not stuck, but you're just continuing to build your experience and your time and experience. But sometimes you come to a brick wall, and sometimes you just have to move forward. Whenever there's a point where you can't get past anymore, then you have to find a new opportunity and a new avenue to go down to explore, so that you can attract new opportunities. How discouraged do we become at the first sign of difficulty? I remember whenever I was younger, and even to the point of not even being all that long ago, the first sign of difficulty, I would just get frustrated, be like, fuck this, I'm done, blah, 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 I'm not going to do this no more. It was too hard to be doing all this trying and get nowhere with it. But lucky for me, even though I got discouraged a lot at the first sign of difficulty, I never gave up and I never stopped trying. Even though there was like long periods of time in between where I would, in between attempts, I never gave up. I never stopped trying. And now I can get through some challenges without giving up and being discouraged and frustrated. So it's definitely a process. It definitely takes time, and it definitely takes a lot of work, because it's difficult to get through challenging things whenever you're being tested, whenever things are difficult for you. Do we wish to be elsewhere, free and unattached? Yeah, I really did. I was in a situation where I thought I was happy and I was in love and blah, blah, blah. But really, like, nothing was ever reciprocated to me, and I was just ignored. Person didn't even talk to me hardly. And I don't know why I waited for 5 years, but for this person to become suddenly emotionally available. But I really had no idea it was because they were still married and they were still attached to someone else. But towards during the 4th year of being with this karmic masculine that I was with, I found myself very unhappy, very discontent, very unloved, very ignored, and very ghosted. And all I wanted was the love to not be unrequited anymore. I wanted to be happy, I wanted to be at peace, and I wanted to be free. And I had a conversation with him, told him that I was in love with him and blah, blah, blah. And we had a big fight because he was like, he was non-committal. There was not going to be any commitment in this thing. And this was probably the 3rd or 4th time I was bringing it up, that, you know, in this 4 or 5 years that I wanted to work into this, but he was very clear that that was not something that he wanted. So whenever I was rejected for the last time, it really just propelled me and set me free, and on all levels. And that really is the beginning of what changed my life, because I was like, okay, so he doesn't love me, he doesn't want to be with me, so now I can start the healing journey so that I can move forward. And whenever I'm healed, I can move forward into my new beginning. And it wasn't taking a leap of faith into my new beginning. I couldn't wait to take that leap of faith. I was waiting on when I could take that leap of faith into my new beginning, because I was desperate for my new beginning. I wanted out of that situation. I wanted out of that work situation, that home situation, that love situation. I wanted everything in my life to be completely fresh. Friends, family, work, love, home, everything. And so I was just like, when can I have my new beginning? When can I have my new beginning? And I'm waiting for it to unfold. And, I kind of psyched myself out a little bit. But it unfolded very slowly, and it started to begin, but it's still not quite in the fullness of the new beginning. So I'm still waiting on it to fully be enhanced, because the love aspect of it is it's still not into fruition yet, but the rest of it has. Definitely at peace, definitely healthy, and definitely starting yet another new chapter with my career. And I'm hoping that this next new start will be the real new start, and that's where the love comes into fruition soon after. Because truly I'm tired of the false starts. I don't know about y'all, but the false starts are just very difficult. It's like the false starts make it feel like the transition time never ends. It's like you're just waiting for something to happen. And then whenever some stuff happens, it's like, is that it? Is there a little bit more? Maybe a little bit more? And you just, I don't know. So that's what I have for y'all for April 12th, 2022. This resonates with you, go ahead and get a thumbs up, so that if it helps you, it could help someone else. So thank y'all for supporting my channel and my work and all the ways that you do. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to y'all soon.